So, have you enjoyed the event so far?
Yes, I have. It's always lovely to see creative new projects that I haven't seen before. I love seeing new stuff.
Yeah, and you are also a jury here, so is that fun?
It is, because then I get to go a bit deeper into the games, and then the developers actually have to tell me about them. So it's not just that they may, but they need to actually discuss those. So it's wonderful to see more on why these games have been made. Like what have been the decisions behind these games.
Yeah. So when we are talking about your job in a Veikkaus, what kind of games you are producing in Veikkaus?
Well, at Veikkaus we do electronic scratch cards and also slot machines mostly. So those are the ones that I am producing. All of the producers have both kinds of projects, but I've been at Veikkaus only for a few months, so I have only one project at the moment, and the rest of the time I'm just looking for problems to solve. So I've been doing things like finding office supplies and just like going around the house and meeting everyone and getting to know what Veikkaus is all about.
Okay, so when we are talking about the gambling game industry, has it changed over the years?
Well, it has, and kind of it's one of the really slow industries in the game industry. It's really interesting to see because mostly games on the commercial side are really fast. There are new trends, new game types, new kinds of combinations coming really fast. But with gambling, it hasn't changed so much. And especially with state-owned monopolies that don't have any competition, it's I guess it's really easy to stay as they are. But it is likely that with the EU, the competition will be a bit more open. So it's a good point to come to the gambling industry just when they need to kind of pick up the pace and find out what they can do with these kinds of games. That's also exciting for players who like other types of games that are not gambling games. So they kind of need to at some point maybe compete with other game types.
Yeah, so there is same kind of things as it's in traditional games, video games, I guess.
Yes, absolutely. And like if you would come to the game studio, it seems like just like any other game studio. You have programmers, artists, producers, and people are sitting by their desk with the funny stuffed animals and do games.
Yeah.
So kind of the basic work is much the same.
Yeah, pretty much the same. So what's your background in a game industry, by the way?
I've been working in the industry for about 10 years now. So I started out as a mobile game tester. So I was working at QA for a couple of years before on the iPhone. We had like, I don't know, 300 phones that we needed to test all of the games on. So it was like 5 people in a small room with the sounds on naturally, because if the sounds go off, suddenly you need to notice. So playing the same games over and over again, and you definitely knew that when you go home in the evening and lay your head down to sleep, the same music will just go on and on and on. But it was a good way to start. So I did testing for a couple of years. Then I was an artist, because that's what I was actually trying to do. Then I switched on to design, and now I am a producer. So basically that's the in a nutshell version.
Yeah. Okay, so in a game industry, do you think it's better to have one strong special skill or many moderate skills? You have opinion for that?
I'd say that it depends on where you want to work. If you want to work in Finland, where the industry is quite small, then you need to have several skills. But if you aim for the States, it might be that the companies are large enough that they want just a specific skill. But of course that's a bit of vulnerability also, that if you just know how to do Flash animation and then suddenly Adobe is like, we don't do Flash anymore. It's like, well, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So personally, I'm the type of person who gets excited over anything. So I like to have many skills and kind of feel that it helps me out to know a lot well, know a little about many things than concentrating on one area deeply.
Yeah. So when we are talking about the Veikkaus future, are there going to be some big things in the future?
Well, of course there are new games, and that's always a big thing.
Can you reveal anything?
No, I can't. But well, Veikkaus is a big old company, and the fact that they are hiring people from non-gambling game industry sends a clear message that they want to be part of the game industry, not just the gambling industry, and that they understand the value of talents on other fields of games than just gambling. And I think that will eventually bring on changes.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Karoliina, and have a nice day.